Hello VC, happy weekend to you. So I know I did a lot of videos yesterday with the contest and everything. In between those videos and editing and everything, the mailman brought me some stuff, so I wanted to kind of share that. One of them was a package, technically some VCLT. It is VCLT, and the other one was some material that I ordered. Let's do the ordering stuff first. A couple weeks ago I showed this album, Within the Fire. They're a New York kind of power metal band. I don't know a whole lot about them. The album came out in 2016, and then this was reissued on vinyl, I guess, this year. I don't know. There's not a whole lot online about the band itself, but you know, turned out to be really good stuff. I heard a lot of people talking about it, and so I went ahead and ordered it. Now it comes from the label Animated Insanity. And so, of course, I ordered it from them, and I must have gotten a notice or something a week or so ago, you know, because now I'm on their mailing list. And so I went over to their site, and I was checking out some of the stuff that was on sale. You know, money's tight, let's do that. And they had a copy of this. This is not on their own label. They carry other stuff too, third-party stuff. This, I almost pulled the trigger on this the other day on Amazon, just because I thought it's not going to get any cheaper in price. This is the music on vinyl release reissue of Government Mule's Life Before Insanity. It's on a pretty green. I'll show you the vinyl in a second. And it hovers in the mid $30 range. It's a double record set. I hate paying that much for a record, but I wouldn't want to miss this. This is probably one of my favorite. Okay, well, I love all Government Mule, but this is one of my favorites. For some reason, back in the day when this came out, this one stayed in my CD player a long time. I fell in love with this album in general. Let me show you the records. They're almost kind of hard to see. It's a black and green. You really can't see the color. I need a light back there. It's a black and green translucent. I even tried taking a picture of it. It looks dark, but when you hold it up to the light, which I can't really reverse do, it looks nicer. But double record set, one of my favorites. This is forget what year this is. This had to be somewhere in the early 2000 something. Anyway, it is a double record set. It is a gatefold. Anyway, the point is, this has been on my wish list on Amazon forever. I want to really get it when it goes down, and it never really wants to go down. Well, I went over there, and I'm assuming it was a return. And like I say, it's music on vinyl, which their stuff is always great, and this one is. It was open already, so I'm thinking maybe it was a return, which would explain the price, because he had it for $19, and I'm like, there's no way I could pass that up, because again, that's about $14, $15 cheaper than pretty much anywhere else I can find it. So I grabbed that. While I was there, again, looking through the sale items, he had a bunch of records that were in the 15 and under, and they're like newer releases. And I thought, so I started listening to stuff online. Am I gonna like this band? There are all kinds of different metal stuff, and I was like, checking out this band, checking out that band, and I went ahead and pulled the trigger on this particular band. They are from Melbourne, Australia. They are a thrash. They're called progressive technical thrash. Meshiak. I pronounced that wrong probably. Alliance of Thieves is their first album from 2016. Very thrashy, yet very, some thrash. It's just some black wax. Some thrash nowadays, the vocals can be more extreme than I prefer, and this is not one of them. He's got like a Metallica-ish at time, James Hetfield kind of a thrash. So very, the lyrics are decipherable and everything. Very interesting. Love the guitar tones, things like that. Anyway, again, didn't know the band, but it was on sale, and I'm like, yeah. Oh, it says here it's got thrash metal from Australia featuring John Dett, formerly of Anthrax and Slayer, and Dean Wells from Terra Maze. Now, I'm familiar with Terra Maze. I'm familiar with all of them. But anyway, Terra Maze is another Australian band that I've got some stuff on. And then they had their newer album, which is 2019. This one, and again, they were both really inexpensive, so I jumped on them because I listened to them. This is the stuff I heard, and this album is actually, it's got the tones and just the riffing and everything is just amazing thrash. But on this one, it feels a little more melodic. I don't know if they changed singers or anything, but Probably not, because at times when it is thrashy, it sounds, again, kind of Metallica-ish, Metal Church-ish type thrash. Not too extreme, but very just cool. But there's a lot more melody at times on here, and some songs that are a little bit more melodious than all out thrash. So yeah, I put this on and I'm like, wow, I really dig this. Definitely worth taking the chance on the sale price, and I really am thankful. Again, check out Animated Insanity, their website, and they're on Instagram, which is where I discovered them, and they got lots of good stuff. Oh, he also sent me some stickers from some other bands, which I don't know anything about, but I guess maybe they sell them. Old Blood, Sortzon, Sortzon, Sortzon. I'm going to look them up. August Life. And I don't know if this is supposed to be for the scantily clad girl. Fallen man. It looks like she's holding something. I can't quite make out. Like she's got something she's lifting up. Shirt or jacket or something. It's hard to tell. It's kind of dark. Anyway, cute little sticker. All right. Then I also got a package in from Rod, the Happy Hippie guy. If you saw his video, I'm going to have a link to his video below, but if you saw his video, he won the lottery that happened, a month or so ago. So all the people are sending him stuff. And I sent him a record, and he showed that opening. But he also told in that same video how he had went to a antique store, did some dealings with an antique store, and as part of sweetening up the deal, he said, give me those records there, and we'll make it a done deal. And the records were all... I believe they were all, no, they weren't all, but there was a bunch of Christian rock stuff, and he knew that he could pass those on to me, and he knows some other people in there. So he passed on 3 of them to me, and I got them yesterday. And I was, okay, well, let's just get into them. Jerusalem Live. This is in His Majesty's service. The thing that I was impressed about is when you get these, okay, and I'm going to be doing this in my next video because it's really a telltale sign for me when you pull the inner sleeve out and the opening is facing up. To me, it tells me that somebody took a little better care. It may not always mean that, but that's initially what it means to me, is this person didn't have it out like this. They weren't pulling it in and out of the sleeve a lot, and that the strongest chances are that it's going to be in better condition. And I was surprised that all of these, the covers show a little, this one, the cover looks practically new, but it's a high gloss. The records are high gloss. They were very well taken care of. So anyway, got this. And he had another Jerusalem, which is actually my favorite Jerusalem album of all time. But since I already had it, he didn't send it. But if they're in as good a condition, I think I probably should find a way to get that. Anyway, Leviticus, I Shall Conquer. One of the very first Christian metal bands I got into back in the day. As I've told the story before, when I got rid of all of my secular music and just went Christian, I had to go out and find what I could that was in the Christian rock realm, and I had the Striper, of course. And I remember seeing this album in the indie section, and I knew it was a Christian band because song title says Psalm 23, and I want to say there might have been a sticker, I don't know, something that told me about it. I knew nothing about the band, but bought it because of that. And this is, you could tell it had one of those buy 4 get 1 free stickers that they used to have on the Christian records. You could tell the person, you can't really see, yeah, maybe you can. They cut it off the shrink wrap and left a square little indent. Looked like they just took their knife and did this. So anyway, amazing album. There is a vinyl and CD repress of this album before it was this album. They're a Swedish band, and this album was in Swedish lyrics, vocals before, and may have been some different instrumentation, but it's basically the same album songs as far as that goes with Swedish lyrics, and that is in the process. I pre-ordered that of being reissued. Hopefully those will also. And then this was, White Heart Hotline, great album, the one and only album with Scott Douglas on vocals. And I don't know, I doubt Rod even noticed this. I didn't notice it until like an hour after examining it, but right here in the middle, if you can see, there's a screen. Anyway, it's signed Scott Douglas. You can see right there on the thing. It's in pen. It's in ballpoint pen, so it's very thin, but it says Scott Douglas. So it's actually autographed by the vocalist of the time. Who, anyway, yeah. I won't go into where he went, but anyway, yes, so that was cool. Hotline. So, some great stuff. Again, he found it. He said, hey, those are some Christian bands. I know Jeff will, appreciate those, and some other people that have them too. So that's all, though. Great stuff. Thank you so much, Rod, for that. Thanks for looking out for us and picking those up. Those are in great condition. I'm glad to be able to rescue those and put them in the hands of somebody that's really going to enjoy them. That's all for now, though. I'll be back. Rock on. Rock hard.